Welcome, everybody. This is your host, Asan Karim. I also have Chicago local author Gregory T. Obert with us. Welcome to My Daily 11 and Light Vision Group very first webinar. I'm very excited to have you all here with us, and I'm looking forward to sharing a lot of great information with you. As I mentioned, I am your host, Coach Asan. You can go to my website, coachasan.com, and please subscribe to the free email newsletter. I am a teacher, a technology specialist, consultant, pharmacy liaison, and entrepreneur. I enjoy adding value to people's lives and teaching and learning from my clients. We also have Gregory T. Obert with us, and he will be speaking to you very shortly. His website is gregorytobert.com. Among other things, he is an author, consultant, and a mental health professional. So today we would like to speak to you about a few things. I will talk to you about My Daily 11. We will both talk to you about how to podcast course that we're working on as a team, and a quick overview of future projects that we're all working on and very excited about. My Daily 11, what is it? My friend and I, Juan Baca, we started My Daily 11 as a blog about 2-3 years ago. And this blog has articles on time management, education, mindfulness, and many, many other topics. So this is a blog to add value to your life, to provide you with articles and useful information to enrich your lives and provide you with information that you can actually use on a daily basis. Light Vision Group is a company that I started, and as a team, we are working together to provide value with Light Vision Group. So Light Vision Group, we provide coaching, consulting in many areas, specifically in technology, blogging, online business, starting your own business online, Kindle publishing, providing you with services for social media, time management. These are some of the things we offer. There are many other things that we'd be happy to talk to you about. The next thing that I would like to speak to you about today is Self-Start Academy, SSA for short. This is an academy where people who want to start a new career, people who want to learn a specific topic, and anything that you'd want to learn from scratch, you can come to Self-Start Academy and check us out. Currently, we have How to Podcast course, and you can get started from scratch. You do not need any experience whatsoever. And if you collaborate with myself and Gregory T. Obert, we will be happy to walk you through the steps of getting your own podcast. And we are planning on having other courses here as well. So this is what the How to Podcast course main page looks like. Here you can enroll on a free course. There are 3 tiers. So the first tier is completely free. You'll get all the information without any charge. The second 2 tiers, you do pay a fee, but you get extreme value from those 2 tiers if you choose to take us up on that, because here you get private consulting from myself, Coach Asan, and also from Greg. We can both coach you on Google Hangout or Skype, however you'd like to connect with us, and we can actually provide you with individualized guidance. At this point, I would like to turn it over to my friend and team member, Gregory T. Obert. Welcome, Greg.
Thanks so much for having me, Hassan. It's a very nice introduction, and thank you to everybody at My Daily 11 Light Vision Group for having me here today. Excuse me. It is a fantastic opportunity. I've heard so many great things about you all, and I'm very happy to be bringing to you an exclusive first look at the How to Podcast course. So before we jump into that, a little bit more about me. As Hassan had mentioned, as the slide says, I'm Gregory T. Obert. I do a lot of things. In my day job, I'm a mental health counselor. I am licensed in the state of Illinois. It's been a great opportunity. I'm really, really thankful I finally have that credential. It's been a really long time coming, so I'm happy that that's finally here. Outside of that, I do a lot of creative stuff. So first and foremost, I'm an author. I just came out with my very first book, The Man on the Bench, in February of 2016. Very, very proud of that. It took me about 9 years of on again, off again writing to finally come out with it. It was a whole process, let me tell you, but it's available on Kindle and Nook, softcover versions at booksamillion.com. And the audiobook should be out next week on Audible. So keep an eye out for that. I'm very happy about that. I also have the website, which is narcissistically my name, gregorytobert.com. You can go there, learn more about me, my counseling style, learn about the workshops that I've created and I'm continuing to work on, some blog posts that I have. I keep a semi-regular blog, photo galleries, and just in general, it's a great time. So go check that out if you want to learn more about me. The additional thing, the one thing that I want to talk about, which is relevant to today, is the podcasting thing. I also host 2 podcasts, and we'll get to that in a little bit. First and foremost, I want to elaborate on some things that Hassan had mentioned. So Self-Start Academy, so very happy to be bringing this to you all. It is such a great opportunity to really better yourself and your life by learning a skill. Now, our motto is self-start from scratch, and we mean that completely. You don't need to know the first thing about anything when you take one of our classes, and that's key. You don't need to know anything about it. Now, you could, of course, but if you don't know anything about it, you can still take this class, and by the end of it, you'll have a skill that you can put to good use in your daily life. So we plan on updating Self-Start Academy with many, many classes. In fact, one of them, which I'll talk about at the very end, is in post-production right now. But today, I am really excited to be talking about the How to Podcast course, which is available at the Self-Start Academy on Teachable. It's selfstartacademy.teachable.com. Excuse me, Hassan will show the link towards the end of the webinar so you all can see it. It will also be in the description if you are watching this past the webinar date, so you can click on that and go there. But this is such an awesome class, and some may say, oh, you're a little biased. I'm telling you, this is such a great class that I have to talk about it, and that's why we have this webinar. So back in 2012, I was asked to be a part of a podcast, and there were 3 hosts. I was very, very excited. I knew what podcasts were, and I was thrilled to be a part of one. It was a great experience, except for all of the mistakes that we made. And we made so many mistakes because we didn't understand what we were doing. I mean, we put out an episode of a podcast, our very first one, and then we didn't make another one for like a month or 2 months. And we didn't tell our audience that that's what our upload schedule was going to be. It was, it was a big mistake. Eventually, after a while, it kind of fell apart and we had to end it, and that was fine. A few years later, I was asked by one of the co-hosts to do another podcast, which I was more than happy to do. That was a good time. We set it up. It was a weekly talk show about video games. I love video games, what I do in my spare time. And it was great, except again for all of the mistakes that we made, including, not preparing in advance for weeks that we would be absent, and what to do if some issues came up, such as some personal things. So for my co-host, there were some personal things that came up, meant that he couldn't do some weeks, and now, we don't have an episode. So that really kind of hurt us. And that podcast is currently on hiatus right now. But I did some thinking, and I said, you know what? I really wanted to keep doing podcasting because it was great. And so I'm currently the host of two podcasts that you can check out: The Gobert Report and Meditations by Gregory T. Obert. The Gobert Report is a weekly talk show where I talk about news, culture, entertainment, politics, anything that matters to all of us that we should be having a discussion about. And Meditations is a bi-weekly podcast wherein I highlight community healers and their meditations. I set those to soft music and I read them out loud, and you can come meditate with me. Meditations are maybe 15, 20 minutes per episode, so it's pretty short. It's not like it takes an hour or 2 hours. And both are good times. Well, one thing I wanted to do is that I wanted to share my knowledge with people about how to get your own podcast started. Because let me tell you, as I was searching for things, not just in podcasting, but in publishing, in mental health, and in all sorts of fields, the internet is a great place, but it's also an awful place. So I have the entire knowledge of human history at my fingertips, which is awesome for some things and just so completely useless for others. So if I type in basics for a podcast, I can get a blog entry here, I can get a blog entry here, I can get, a news article here. I'll have so many different opinions and pieces of information. Oftentimes they conflict. And you can spend hours of your life, sorting through all this information, trying to figure out exactly what you need to do. That's a pet peeve of mine. Why waste time sorting through all this stuff when you don't have to? How come people tell you what not to do? Fewer people still tell you what to do, and then fewer people still tell you what to do with exact steps. It's very, very rare to find someone who tells you exactly what to do with steps, and oftentimes you'll find that those are behind paywalls. Now, there's nothing wrong with people making money. I have no problem with it whatsoever. But when it comes to podcasting, a lot of those paywalls are so outrageous. Asan and I have looked at many, many courses that you can take, and mentorships and lessons you can take. Some of them cost, a few $100s. We've seen some cost thousands of dollars. One in particular I'm thinking of, 8 weeks for $2,000 per student. Now, again, the people that are putting these courses on, sure, they're very knowledgeable. They've been in the business a while. If you have $2,000 to drop, that's great. But a lot of people don't. And while certainly there are some free resources out there for people, not all of them are very good. So that's why I wanted to change this. And I wanted to work with Asan to bring you all the How to Podcast course, which is available today. And, the very first look I'm giving to My Daily 11 and Light Vision Group people exclusively. It's free of charge. Free of charge. If you go to right now, you can download the How to Podcast course for free. And in this course, you are going to learn everything you need to know to get your own podcast started. That includes what a podcast is, where you download it, to advanced pieces of equipment you'll need, and ways to monetize your podcast so you can make money off talking into a microphone and uploading it to the internet. That sounds like a great way to increase your passive income. In this world of business that we live in today, people need to be diverse with what they do. It's not enough to just, open up shop and then that's all you do. For some people, maybe they get lucky. A lot of people need to do more. We saw that with social media, and we saw it with websites. And of course, I believe a great way to get a leg up on your competition is to have a podcast. you will be able, once you take our course, you will be able to look at a specific checklist so you know exactly what you need to do step by step. You'll have an easy to understand guide that will take you from the beginning to the end of everything you need to know. It's easy to understand. We tried to make it as simple and approachable as possible. One of the best parts about this class too is, there are lots of online courses out there, but sometimes they require hours and hours or days or months of your time to go through. Our class can be finished in less than an hour. And some people may say, oh, that's it, less than an hour. It must not have a lot of information. Let me tell you, we put as much information as we could into this hour to make sure that you can move forward with confidence. We don't want to waste your time. We want to cut out all the filler and make sure you're getting the necessary steps that you need to move forward with confidence. So it is less than an hour long. I believe it comes out to be about 50 minutes. And it is completely free. selfstartacademy.teachable.com. Go there right now. You can enroll in the course, no charge. You get it 100% for free. And that is so awesome. We wanted to do that for people to help you out because you know what? We all need a little help sometimes. And if I can provide that for you, along with all of the wonderful people at My Light Vision who put this together with me, we should definitely do that. Now, Asan did mention some paid tiers, and I want to talk a little bit more about those. So for the middle tier, which is the pro tier, that's $49. You'll get exclusive access to Coach Asan and myself. We'll have one Google Hangout with you, and we'll be able to help you with any questions that you have. Additionally, I believe it's with that tier, although Asan can correct me if I'm wrong. You'll get some coaching time with him, one-on-one coaching time, and let me tell you, if you haven't had time with Coach Asan, you are missing out because he will help you in any way that you need. If it's business related and you need help with certain things such as building a website or bringing in clients, he'll help you with that. Or if it's personal, wanting to better your life through time management or improving your relationships in certain ways, he's the man to go to. So let me tell you, it's a great offer. Additionally, with the pro tier, you'll get 1 month exclusive access to a podcast community that we are creating, and it is upcoming. It's forthcoming. I don't believe it's live yet, but I would stay tuned because within the next, I'd say, month or so, it's going to be live for people to go to. You'll have personalized one-on-one time with myself, with Coach Asan, with some of the other members of My Light Vision. We'll help you. You post, you talk about things going on. We'll talk back. You'll have other members to talk to and bounce ideas off. It's going to be a great community where we can support each other. And I'm so excited for the launch of it. And you can get in on the ground floor right now. Now with the elite tier, that's going to be $99. With that tier, the first 20 people that sign up, unless I can't count and I don't have enough in my stock, but the first 20 people will get a signed copy of my book, The Man on the Bench, which is currently, the stock that I have, that's currently a collector's item. I cannot get that particular type of book anymore. So if you get it, you're going to be, you're going to have an item that you can sell on eBay in 20 years and make a ton of money, let me tell you. Although, of course, I hope you like the book and keep it. But that's something that I'll do for you. I'll even sign it for you, because I think that's important to give back if you're going to give to us. Additionally, you'll have 3 months of Google Hangouts. So that means 1 Hangout a month consecutively. And you'll also have 3 months access to our podcasters community. There are a couple other things in there I can't quite remember, but if you want to check it out right now, again, selfstartacademy.teachable.com. You can check out the different tiers. And look, as I said, sometimes money's an issue. And if that's a barrier for you, we don't want it to be a barrier for you. You can go download that course for free. These extras that we're talking about, they're just that. They're extras. The base course is still there. You're still going to know a lot more about podcasting than you did before taking the class. And additionally, we're also going to be continuing to update the class. So for example, Asan and I will, in the very near future, be getting together, and we're going to be doing sort of a post-mortem and, addressing what's been happening since then, things that have been happening with my podcast and information that I can share with you that maybe I wasn't able to share in the class itself. So once you download it, it's not like you just have that thing and then it's over. We're going to be continuing to support it for the foreseeable future. And I think that's the mark of a good product, whether it's, with a video game or music or a movie or TV show. If people continue to add to it over the course of time, you're getting more than just the base price that you're paying for. And in this case, if you're paying the base price of free, you're going to get a lot more in the future. But if you're paying the base price or the middle tier of $49 or $99, you're going to be getting your money's worth and then some moving forward. So I want you all to keep that in mind. If you're kind of wondering, well, is this going to help me? Who are you? I sort of have a sense of who you are, Greg, but I'm not really sure. You can go check out my podcast. We'll leave links to them in the description of this YouTube video. Well, you can also just search me, The Gobert Report, Meditations by Gregory T. Obert, or just search my name, or go to my website, gregorytobert.com. There are a lot of ways to check out what I do. You can see exactly what I do, and you can determine whether or not, that I'm somebody that you would like to be helping you along the way, if you'd like to pay for some of those extras. I think it's a great way to showcase, look, I'm not just kind of talking out of thin air and pulling things out of my butt, if you will. I do have experience with this. Asan has watched me work. He's even recorded some stuff with me, which will be coming out in the near future. And I just want to say that I think that this entire process has been fantastic to go through. And if I'm saying that about the process, the long nights that we spent editing and writing, to bring this to you, just imagine what the product is going to be when you finally take it. So again, I want to say this is an exclusive first look for My Daily 11 subscribers from Light Vision Group, selfstartacademy.teachable.com. Go enroll in the How to Podcast course. It's 100% free if you'd like. And additionally, if you are kind enough to leave a rating for our class, I will be more than happy, regardless of the tier that you purchase, I'll be more than happy to do a short audio bumper for you and your podcast, as long as you show that you left a review. So what does that look like? It would be something to the effect of, hey everyone, this is Gregory T. Obert, host of The Gobert Report. You are listening to John Smith's podcast about apples. Hope you enjoy. And you can put that at the front of your podcast to sort of bring in some additional people to lend credibility to your podcast. So something to consider if you are kind enough to leave a review. So once again, selfstartacademy.teachable.com, How to Podcast course, incredible value. Go check it out for free. If you like the extras, they're there. If you don't want them, free, 100%. Go check it out. But I want to leave you with one more thing before I turn it back to Asan, and that's Self-Start Academy is not just a one-off, as I've mentioned a few times. The How to Podcast course is there. It's up. It's ready to go. But there are other skills that people have questions about. Coach Asan and I, we've talked to those people. They want to know. They want to know about different types of skills that they can learn quickly and easily. And so a little teaser for you all of a class that will be coming out in the near future is one related to self-publishing. The Man on the Bench was a great book to write, but what happens after that? What do you do following that? So for example, if you ever wanted to publish a book, have you thought about copyright? Where is copyright good in the world? What is an ISBN number, and do you need to purchase one? These are just a few of the questions that we'll be answering in the near future. Once the class is out of post-production, we will be doing another webinar just to let you all know about it. So don't worry, you won't miss it at all. But there are other classes in the works too. We've even talked about how to build your own website, how to create a good resume. We will continue to update Self-Start Academy with skills and classes that you all are looking for. So please stay in touch. Please continue to check back with us, because there are going to be a lot more things in the future. But for now, How to Podcast course, selfstartacademy.teachable.com, 100% free. Thank you all for listening to me drone on for as long as I have. I'm going to turn it back to Coach Hassan himself.
Thank you so much, Greg. Very much appreciate all the words of wisdom that you provided to us. And there are a lot of, as John Lee Dumas would say, a lot of value bombs there that you provided. Um, and I just wanted our audience to realize a few things. Greg and I have been working on this for a number of weeks, and we're so excited that we are finally reaching out to you, and you are listening to this presentation with us. We also work very closely with two other members. We have the Greek Guru guy, and we have Juan Vaca, who's our social media director. And in the near future, you will be hearing from them. You will be hearing us talk about them because they also provide valuable content for us to the audience. They provide us with information that we can bring to you to enrich your lives. So, Greg had mentioned about the link to our academy, and here it is. It's selfstartacademy.teachable.com. Please go there, and you can take the How to Podcast course created by Gregory T. Obert. You can take that class completely free. There are two other tiers that are paid, for which you'll get coaching time with myself and with Greg, but you can take the course completely free. That is out there for you to take advantage of and learn from. So here's the link here for you to make a note of and to go there. And finally, I want to say that mydaily11.com is the blog where we have built a nice amount of following. So please go to the Facebook page and the blog. The Facebook page will be important for us for the next couple of months. This is where we can provide messages to our community directly. Sometimes it may take us a while to get an email out to you, but on the Facebook page, if you visit us there, you can see the most up-to-date information. Once again, this is Coach Hassan and our Gregory T. Obert, our local Chicago author. We both thank you very much for joining us today, and we will speak to you next time.